I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
It's that time of year where for a lot of you guys watching this video, archery season will have already started, and I know that's the case in a lot of states, but here in PA we have just about 2 weeks to go until the opener, so as we're still in that kind of preseason phase, we're going to do a sort of preseason setup video today, including a new bow reveal, new arrows, and if we have time at the end after we shoot, we're going to climb up into a tower stand and see if we can do just a little scouting, maybe get some eyes on some deer for where I'd like to hunt opening day. But first things first, the new bow. This is a Obsession Nitro HZ. I love this bow, I've been shooting it all summer. Not only is it one of the coolest looking bows I've ever seen with the orange string and cams, real tree edge camo, and just everything works so well with it, it has performed fantastic for me. And like I said, we'll shoot it in just a little bit, but one of the things that has helped that is the Meat Seeker Lungbuster arrows, which we'll talk a good bit more about later in the video while we are shooting, but they've shot super well. I'm really excited to sling some arrows and basically show you guys exactly how this bow's been doing, so I think on that note, we're going to get set up, move things around, and go ahead and do that. As mentioned, I wanted to talk about the Meat Seeker arrows that I'll be hunting with this season, just as we're shooting a few groups here. These arrows are made by our resident archery fanatic TK, and if you like what you see here and want to give him a shot, he's been generous enough to set up a code for you guys, so you can use all caps Flinter to get 10% off your order. So, let's talk about these arrows. The most important thing I can mention is the straightness, as it directly ties into accuracy and consistency. At 0.003 inches, you can be confident that the Meat Seeker arrows are going to get the job done. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably like me, and you have your go-to arrows. I get that, we all want to use the best equipment, and a lot of times, the recognizable names add confidence. I think what's surprising though is that these arrows have been independently tested, and they are the same quality as Easton's midline arrows and Gold Tip's mid to high range arrows. When you factor in price along with the quality and performance, I've got to say it really starts to make sense as to why these arrows are a great option. If you want to see all the specs and options for these arrows, I'll leave the link in the description below, but so much care goes into making them. I can speak from experience in saying they fly great, they're super consistent, and I can honestly recommend them to anyone looking for a change in arrows or looking to get the best value for their arrows. Once again, if you're interested, you can use my code ALLCAPSFLINTER for 10% off if you'd like to give these arrows a try, and I know I can't wait to hunt with them this fall. I went ahead and scooted back a little bit. Those two groups made me think we are going to punch a hole in a fletching, and I've got a couple arrows already with holes in them. It's a good problem to have, but I really don't want to ruin any more arrows, so hopefully a little further back, arrows are going to be a little safer. I figure it's best to bring this up, by the way, because otherwise it's bound to come up in the comments. I'm not out here claiming my form is perfect. In fact, I know for instance that my grip with my left hand isn't loose enough, but it's one of those things where I learned to do it that way. It's kind of just muscle memory, and it's been really tough to overcome. So if you guys have any tips or advice for generally bettering my form, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I just wanted to get that out there. I know that I'm not shooting perfect form, and yeah, if you guys have advice for maybe how you overcame the same thing, feel free to leave that down there. I'm sure it can help both me and others. Alright, I was going to shoot one more group, and then I was going to say we better get up to the stand, but there's a deer right back in here. We're not going to get away with this one, but I think it's time to go, so I think we'll call that good. I got into the tower stand with a little less than an hour of light remaining, and before long, the first deer of our little scouting trip were on the field. The next thing I knew, there was a buck on the field that I recognized from the previous season, and he would make things interesting for the rest of the evening.
I don't know if you can still see me, and I know I'm behind the microphone, so hearing me is not going to be the best. That's the young 10-point that we saw the first day last year, and man, we've had trail camera pictures. I knew he got bigger, but I'd have a hard time passing that one. Early season. He is a good young deer. I think he's 3.5. I'd love to see him at 4.5, but gotta say I wouldn't mind seeing him on the wall either. I've always felt that kind of borderline shooter bucks, you almost have to wait until they shed their velvet to really make that decision, because are they gonna they're buddies now. I bet they won't be in about a month. That's so cool. Got way more than I bargained for tonight, and I'm here for it. As I'm sure you can tell, we are out of camera light now, but what a cool evening. All those deer are still out there. Some of the fawns are probably about 35, 40 yards away. All 3 bucks are moving this way. just had his head up. I can still see his antlers against the darker leaves when he picks his head up. He's probably... Oh, he just bit it down. I don't even know if I can get that on film. I'll try with the night shot, but that's gonna make getting out of here difficult. That's why I didn't turn the light on or anything in here. Figured I'd just roll with the night mode and what little light there is coming in through the windows, but that was something. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. It's funny how you could probably see the deer better than me. I'm trying to hunch over so the light's kind of, at face level here, but what an evening. Got to come out and see a couple of young bucks. That 10 point he's gonna be tough to pass this year, I'll tell you that. But this was actually the first evening that it was kind of in the 60s before dark, and I wanted to shoot with my hunting jacket on. Worked out well to come out here and do a little scouting too, but all that went well. I was super pleased with how everything went, and the scouting was well beyond anything I could hope for. But this wasn't the plan. I still have no idea how I'm getting out of here, but I think this will be a pretty interesting and good place to end this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.